Good morning. I guess I'm now recording. It is February 2nd, Groundhog's Day. And guess what? The groundhog saw its shadow. The spring equinox is still in late March, so it's going to be a little cold month. But it's before 9 o'clock. It's quiet in the office, and I wanted to take an opportunity to do the market update while I, had some quiet. And here we are. So we've just got done with the first 31 days, really 32 or so for 2021. We've been through a whirlwind of a year in 2020. We tried to keep you updated on what we were seeing in the market last year. And as the news continued to go, real estate performed really well. And that's sort of what I want to show you this month. And I want to look back and sort of give you an idea of what we've really been seeing and how things are different and how things aren't different. So, first of all, let's start here just looking at the first month of the year. So, this is for Athens, Clarke County, based out of the Athens MLS. Numbers are as accurate as we can get them based on that. The new listings are 202, which is a lot of activity. That's super. However, so many of these are going under contract. Look at there, 148 units went under contract of 100 of two, and then there's 202 new listings. So most of those are getting gobbled up. The average list price is up at 293. Our sold price is 290. And what I want to note about sold price, that's just for 30 days. So that's not over the course of the year. That's just January of this year. That could go way up or way down depending on the 30 days you look at. And our average days on market is the lowest we've seen in a while at 40. Here's where I really want to show you something. There's a lot of talk in the market of how crazy things are and things like that. And the market's so far up and it's got to come down. Let's just take a look at the last 3 years and sort of see what is really going on and what's not. If you look at these placed under contract, 2019, 117 in January, 127 in 2020. Not that huge of a gain there. And then 148 in 2021, which is where we see a bigger gain now. And that's probably because we've seen equity go up for these people making them sellers. List price 267 in 2019. Sort of a outlier here at 239 because it's just 30 days. So we must have had some lower price property move last year. And then 293 for the last 30 days this month, which is really compare this number more to 267. That's probably more accurate. And that's our gain in value. And our average sold price is kind of jiving right there with it. You see how close these numbers are. Average sold price of 290. So overall, from those 3 years, some of this activity is pretty normal. Like we are up, but it's nothing astronomical in what's going on. Where we have seen big gains is this, placed under contract this month and increased in equity, and that's been a good thing. So one of the things I want to go over is I feel like a lot of clients are talking to me about how hot the market is. Some people are super excited. Some people sort of still remember when things happened in 2007 and 8. And they kind of feel like, what goes up must come down, which I completely relate to. I was sitting in subdivisions in my 20s, working neighborhoods, and, it was a different time in my career. And I witnessed it and worked through it firsthand. Here's what I want to show you. This is a map that I got from my partner, Jeb Bradbury, from the Clarke County tax values dating back to the 80s. So let's just take a look at this. Now, we're starting here before 1990 where the values were below 80. And just watch this graph as it goes up all the way 2005, 2007. And then look what happened. We hit our little bad time. But look at that. It went consistently up that entire time to almost 2010. We go through the mortgage crisis, which is the only time we've had that mortgage crisis other than the Great Depression. We now call that the Great Recession. And then look at the value gain from 2014-13 all the way up. So just look, if you're a betting man from 1990, you bought property and you rode this out and didn't sell, where did you end up? Was real estate a bad investment? No, it wasn't. It was probably the best investment you can make, other than maybe some perfectly timed tech stocks. So that's sort of, something to always kind of keep your eye on is the larger perspective. Here's what we see this year. Now, let me be clear. Nobody has a crystal ball. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. We all know we're living in a different world between what's happened with COVID. And even now, if you watch GameStop's stock and what's going on there, it's very interesting times. But the fact remains, here in Athens, we have low inventory in too many areas. Now, not every house is going to fly off the market, but several will, depending on the location and the pricing. Our supply is just way behind demand. And that's going to jive into something that I'll close with. But we also see more people moving to our area. Now, Oconee County is benefiting from this. Clark County is still benefiting from this. Various things, people from moving out of state, people moving from the Atlanta area. It's happening, and our agents are feeling it every day. The next thing I just want to be clear about is I feel like I've had clients go, oh, well, we reached the top. Honestly, I can't project that. But what I can tell you from my experience is this does not feel like 2008. I was working then. I knew what it felt like. I saw the homes going up that nobody was coming to buy. I saw the builders getting a new construction loan to keep money in their pocket because of the four other houses they couldn't sell. So until I start to see those signs, it just doesn't feel that way because we have more demand than we have supply. In closing, this interest rate opportunity is amazing. Um, the one thing that's happening is these rates are low, making some of these values, quite frankly, you might need to realize that some of this could be inflation. And what I mean by that is $450,000 in 2009 might be more like $600,000 in 2021. So that's something to keep in mind. But the ultimate thing is real estate is still doing very well. It's proven as a good investment. We're seeing rents still go up with certain investment properties, and property values are going up with more demand sticking around. So just wanted to give you that, and feel free to reach out to us if you got questions. We always are preaching plan. Get a plan before you do something. So that's what we're seeing in the market. Uh, have a great February. Stay warm, and we will give you another update, hopefully in early March with good news.